How you guys doing? so, um, the spoon and the fork, they're not wooden colored anymore. They're wooden. They were varnished. They're still varnished under the paint. But my project yesterday, as I'm getting ready for Tuesday and trying to get some of our prizes mailed out, um, is the big fork and spoon. And as I mentioned yesterday, a little bit of a problem is that my key fob needs a battery. And there are no batteries here in the Giant Sequoia National Monument, which means I can't use the car. Anyway, so I welcome you all here for maybe another day of nonsense. I will only be here for a bit, but I hope enough of you come and enough of you can find the description in this video. There is a link to something I need you to like get in and take seriously, or take seriously that you're going to do a response, but try not to make the response super serious, because what we will be doing is creating a video, a community video we will call the Eat Like a Bear Rewind, which is our favorite moments of these last years. And so anything goes, guys. Anything goes. All I need you to do is to submit a video. If you're doing it with your phone, you're going to just turn your phone horizontally. And so it's a video like this, like on YouTube, because it's going to go right here. And you're going to say your favorite memory. I mean, just get ready, make it punchy. So like, so I put in the link an example like, oh yes, I remember Tanya's rainbow hair. And so the idea is we'll get people submitting memories, and then we'll see, like, does Tanya want her rainbow hair on YouTube? I would think so. I would definitely think so. Anyway, but then we need to ask Tanya. So anyway, it's kind of a complicated project, but it could be really super cool. And so the link is in this description, and go and submit it, because at least I'll see if it's working. If it's not, then wait for another link. But I'm late today because I was just working on this link, and all the glitchy stuff, so the glitchy stuff is the internet is what allows us to be here at Eat Like a Bear, so I should be grateful. But it is easy to just end up wallowing or drowning in all the little tech things. And so how are you guys all today? And this is where we get ready for Tuesday and for our big live event, tentatively scheduled for noon Pacific. And just like today, though I was late, and it might end up being more like 12:30. We will see. So this is your time to just test and make sure you're getting the notifications so that you don't miss it, and that you can make comments, because you will want to comment for sure. You will all have opinions about Tuesday. And anyway, so yeah, oh good. Some of you are practicing your comments. Good. All right, Susan. All right. Yeah, that's the spirit, Susan. Susan can't wait until, wait, did you say Monday? Am I saying Monday? Susan can't wait for Tuesday. Do you get that maybe I'm a little bit frazzled? Just a little bit. So stranded at my house. It's not a bad place in a way to be stranded, because it is pretty amazing, but it is a hard place to get batteries. And the key fob needs a certain very specialized battery. It's coming via Amazon. I might find other solutions before it arrives. There might be such a battery in this house. But you guys know how that is when you're just like, I know that thing is in the house somewhere. Okay. And there is another key fob, and I am pretty sure I'm the one who lost it, so I can't even really complain too much about it, because I think it was me. So it's like in my pants or a bag somewhere or whatever else, but it will be okay. And so, but the fork and the spoon have primer on them. So if it says, wow, Amanda's fork and spoon match the living room here so well, there is a reason, because it is the primer that I used in this living room, because that's what I had. And next step right after this, and that's partly why I need to go, because then I have a meeting right after that, but I need to make these yellow before that meeting, because I'm out of time, because these need to get packed up and they need to, go and arrive by Tuesday. Okay. It will all happen. Okay. Hey, any questions? You're just come here to see more nonsense? Probably. Yeah. I hope you didn't have higher expectations than that for the end of the week before a very big week at Eat Like a Bear with our big Tuesday thing. Have I mentioned our Tuesday thing? Okay, you guys, because you're coming on Tuesday. Um, you know, I don't care. You got to cancel all the stuff, whatever. And who was it the other day who's going to a grandchild's graduation? That is an exception. We'll let you do that instead of this. But there's a very few exceptions. Very, very. You know what? If you're in the hospital having surgery, I expect that you can tune in anyway. That's what I'm saying. So right from there, and so yeah, and then you can be energized by Tuesday. Okay, so noon Pacific, maybe 12:30. So stick around for that announcement. Um, yeah, so like if you're getting your hair done Tuesday at noon Pacific, there's no need. I mean, you might want to reschedule it just so you can have all of your focus on that. Then again, you might say to, the ladies and gentlemen at the salon, look at the live video. In the store, look at the live video. You can watch it from anywhere under any circumstances. Maybe not the graduation, but so many other circumstances. Yes. Okay. Well, Susan. Okay. Oh, and my colors. Yeah, thank you, Anna. I'm trying. You know what? I'm making up for the colors in my life because I never wore colors before, and Anna Sewell knows that. I mean, ever. So, like, just the black shirt and any pants that maybe happened to fit that were used, jeans or whatever. And now, yeah, so now I try to wear color, but that was even a long transition for me to even break out of the black. So it wasn't like I lost weight and broke out of the black. I took over a year to break out of the black. I'm going to say it was more like 2 years. So anyway, yeah. So I love the colors. I love the brightness. And, at first as I broke out, I thought, but I don't really look good in pea green. And I don't really look good in yellow or whatever, or pink. And, but what about against my skin tone? And, all the color analysts like, oh, I'm a winter because I'm a winter. And so that means I should be wearing like a, royal blue or purple, stuff like that, which I love. And I do wear those. And you'd never wear this because I think this is what, an autumn or something, or summer or spring. I don't even know. A color I'm not supposed to wear. And so, you know what I've decided? I don't care if I'm a winter or whatever else. And I don't even really care. I mean, if it's not my ideal color, because if I like it and it kind of makes me smile, why am I worried about it? And me, I don't see, except right here on YouTube, when I can see my face in the screen, I don't usually see this. And so I just see this. I'm just looking at this like, yeah, I'm going to wear the color. Yeah. And yeah, Marcella, how about we wear whatever color we feel is right for us? And yeah, take it even almost further than that to say just any color we want. Like because what does even that mean? Like that's right for us. I mean, whatever's right for us is whatever we want to wear. So I kind of had to get over the winter thing too. So I got past the black and then kind of had to get past but there's only certain colors that I should wear. Come on. Who cares? Anyway, so now all of my clothes look like Easter eggs. So I'm, because I'm always on one end of the spectrum with anything that I do in my life. You're going to find me way over there somewhere with whatever it is. Whatever it is. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, Bonnie, yeah, there was a photo in the group. And you know what? I don't think that was a group member. But if it is, we need to know. And it's a series of jeans, and it's in a garden where they're like, I don't know, stuffed somehow, and you see the different sizes. But I think that's a viral photo. I don't think that's a group member. But yeah, wouldn't that, any photos like that in the group, like, and so what you're going to do is you're going to click the link, and then you're going to, if it's a phone, so you're going to hold it like this, and, it's, and horizontal instead of like this. Okay, so you're going to hold it like this because it's going to go on YouTube like this, like you're watching it. And you're going to just say, oh, I remember when, and ideally you'd have a name with it. So but yeah, if there is something really cool and you think it's a group member, yeah. So I remember that row of jeans in the garden, but yeah, I don't think that's a group member. But if it is, we need to know it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, we should wear what we want. Yeah, Jackie's saying don't reschedule, watch it with a hairdresser. Absolutely. I mean, come on, right? You could become the most memorable person in that hair salon as you entertain all of the fellow ladies and gentlemen with the live video and the awesomeness in it, with things like, the big fork. Okay. Let's see. You got mermaid pants. Okay, so I don't know what mermaid pants are. Okay. So is that a thing? And honestly, I know nothing about fashion. I mean, truly nothing. So I don't, let's just be real clear so I don't end up like as a poser, like, oh yes, well you should wear that. Like any that's when you'll know, I mean, something's really wrong with Amanda. Truly. So, oh my gosh. I actually recorded a podcast, a radio show Tuesday morning with a man, and he's in Texas somewhere. He's the host of this show. And I used we were just talking about the health, the health benefits and some of the people in there and in the group and the health changes that we're seeing. And I made a comment about, I said, yes, some people come in and, are older with more complicated health problems that are compounded by their obesity. And I said, hey, John, for them, it's a Hail Mary pass. So I said that. I mean, come on, right? And so he gets all excited because he thinks I'm a sports person. Like, oh my God. So there we are, just recording live, or it wasn't live, but it was not edited. Like, guess what? I'm deeply not a sports person either. So anyway, that was kind of funny. I shouldn't use sports analogies. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys. So anyway, well, Susan, thank you. So everyone's practiced their commenting, and you've checked, and maybe you had more success today with getting notifications, I hope. So we'll see. And so you know what, though, when this is live Tuesday, if any of you are like adept with like going from one app to another or something like that, share it into the group and maybe make some comments or something in the group so that people, so it has like, so there's more, so it kind of drums up interest. Or, oh, but then it'll be on post approval. Oh man, and we're all going to be watching. So okay, we're gonna figure that out. That's kind of funny. Anyway, we'll try to get people in the group to watch it. Oh, if you see posts like me advertising it, comment. And I mean like chatty. I mean like, read recipes on. I mean just anything to get like more people to see it. Yeah. And so, do we have information by state so we can possibly hook up with other bears? Well, okay, yes. So that's all kind of already out there, just not in a way you're thinking about. Because in the group, there are posts for each state, and you can find it by, probably the easiest is, because I think there's a listing on a post that has all the states, but it's hashtag, so like hashtag Illinois within the group should help you find that post. And so, you know what, try that. And then if that doesn't work, just put in a post and then like, hey, how are we going to find this? And then maybe someone will approve it. Or at least you guys do know that if your post gets declined, there's typically a message associated with that. So with a note that might say, hey, here's the thing. But enough of us are here right now. So if you posted that, we'll help you. But I think you can find it just with that search. That should work. And so then people have already kind of are chatting it up in some of those state posts. So you're going to quickly find some people. And the more you get in there and chat, and so if, all the Missouri Bears got on the Missouri list and we're chatting, the more people will see it. And so you'll get more people in there. Yeah, for sure. So, we're really hoping that we're going to have um, in-person meetups and stuff like that, and for sure. And this is kind of the first step, is just figuring out who's where, and looking at some maps like this and seeing who all is in the community, because we're very strong in the Midwest. I mean, really very strong in the Midwest, and I mean all over the country, but especially in the Midwest. Yeah. And so, okay, cool. You got a notification today. Yeah. So you can subscribe to this channel, but also then on the channel page, there's a little bell icon, and you just click on it. And then you can say, like, get all new videos from this channel. And that should work. And hey, Deborah. So Deborah, are you saying you might be late on Tuesday? Deborah, for work? What? Okay, so maybe work is the other exception. But Deborah, then stay tuned for the time, because the time might actually be 12:30 Pacific instead of noon Pacific. Yeah. And Diana lives in 2 states. So yeah, so look at both of those posts and stay tuned, and that gives you even more options for the meetups. So that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Um, let's see, Bonnie, and you're still not getting notifications. And you used to. Isn't that strange? Huh. Yeah. Oh, Gail, question about books and bundles. I recently bought a bundle and thought it would include the psychology stuff, but apparently I chose the wrong one. Can I get it alone? Okay, so the psychology bundle is not yet available alone, but it will be by the end of the summer. What you can do, by the way, so the psychology bundle, or no bundle, there's 4 modules, but only 2 of them are available on their own now. So the Jumpstart module and the RBS, so the Ridiculously Big Salad module, are available on their own. And then there is a big bundle that's 4 modules. And so there's 2 additional modules in it, but they're in development. And one of them is the cooked RBS. And what it's lacking at this point is some recipes, but it's already got 50 some recipes in it. But there's a whole other strand of recipes I intend to put in there, because they're kind of like categorized by recipe type, with a process for making them that's so super simple, really super simple. But what's really missing from this is, along with a strand of recipes, is the book. There will be a PDF book in it. So one of these days, after a little bit of sleep, I'll wake up one of these mornings and I'll say, it is time, and I will, carve out the time and I will write it. So that's what's holding that one back. But the psychology module is also in this. So that's the 4th that's in there, and it's been in development since August. And there are a few things I intend to do with it in terms of the structure of it, and some more activities in it. And both of those should be available on their own by the end of the summer. And so if your options are then, to wait, or you buy it now. And if you get it now, you have access to what's there. And then as it improves, hopefully, then you have access to that. And so it's just it was kind of a way of me putting pressure on myself to get the blasted things done, and to give people access, at least in one way. But I don't want to give the impression that they're done, because in fact they're not. And so, really, so, but there's, really solid stuff in there. I just don't consider them done. And so if you want the psychology module on its own, that will probably be the end of the summer. If you want the bundle, but say you bought a part of the bundle, like one of those 2 that's available, like someone bought the Jumpstart, but they're like, you know what, I really wanted the big bundle. Just email Sander and say, look, I really want to, upgrade. And then he'll, you just buy this, and he'll just subtract out that. Because you already have, if you've bought the one, you have like 1/4 of it already. So anyway, just get with supported like a bear if there's some issue with that. Yeah. Okay, so Bonnie, we'll be back Monday, and you can report on your notifications and if that worked. So Bonnie found the bell, and so we will see. Yeah, Vicky, oh, you're in Missouri. Oh yeah, and there's boy, I think that's where the meetup capital. So I think that's going to be good. In fact, Tanya posted something, and so in the group, that they are planning something in a couple of weeks, I think. So yeah, definitely get on that thread. Oh, Marcella, Sander is the bomb. Awesome. So Sander is my husband, and if you send email to customer service, you will either get Sander or you will get Anasul, who's also the bomb and happens to be bear number 2. So, um, oh, Kathleen, you just found us today. Welcome, Kathleen. Oh my gosh. Well, Kathleen, well, surely you found the 3-day challenge, because that's where you should start, because really you just get in. That's like the main meal framework that's driving this success in this community. But a key thing, and so like asterisk, adapt it to fit your needs. Okay. And so if that, learn why it's having success. And so it's a one meal model, which sometimes freaks people out, but learn why that's working. And then if you're like, no, I have to have 2, then have 2, like then adapt it. We have people who are having success with lots of different types of adaptations. We have people who've had bariatric surgery and their stomach is smaller, so they're not going to be eating like this. And so they have kind of a different process too. And we actually have a bariatric bears group um, among our community. Yeah. So Kathleen, a little nervous about one meal a day, and again, this is completely adaptable, but I was really concerned about one meal a day too, because on past diets, I was so hungry all the time. I mean, really, really hungry. And I thought, I mean, one meal a day, I'm going to be famished. And it's kind of amazing to learn, to kind of realize all these years that that hunger, that ravenous hunger, to a large degree is essentially trained. And so eating one meal a day, I am less hungry the rest of the day. And so what I do, I mean, it blows my mind. I eat big. If you've seen what I eat, Kathleen, I eat very big, unapologetically big, and I'm satisfied. And I make sure that I'm satisfied, because then I draw that line, the boundary on my eating, and I walk away from it. And so for the rest of the day, I really deliberately just disassociate from the food. And this has been, I mean, it's been a game changer for me. But yeah, hunger was absolutely my number one biggest issue in sticking with a diet in the past. No doubt. To some degree, food boredom was maybe the second, but hunger, absolutely. Yeah, so people saying it's easier than you think. Yeah, it ends up being. Now it can definitely be a transition. You're gonna have to like push through it, because if you've been eating 6 or 8 little meals or whatever throughout the day, you've trained yourself for that basically, and so you have to untrain it. Yeah, yeah. No, but I get it. I totally get it. Do you recommend that later lunchtime, or does that matter? Okay, so I eat mid to late morning typically. I think there's some advantage in eating, so having enough hours between your meal and bedtime that you've really digested your food, so that when you're sleeping, your body isn't doing work on digesting. It can do its work on repair and burning fat. And so, but that's ideal. Um, but if that kind of a schedule doesn't work, so I eat mid to late morning, so it clearly fits in that recommendation. But if someone was eating at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. and going to bed at 9 or whatever, I mean, there's a lot of hours in there to digest. So, but if you for some reason say, oh, but there is no way I can do that because I have to eat at 5, well, eat at 5. Okay, so don't throw the baby out with the bathwater with any of this, because if there's like this little thing that you think, no, that's not going to work for me, change that thing. And then just, because I mean, that really is a key to what I did. I didn't imagine that specifically what I did would work for so many people, but it is. But also people are making their little tweaks, and that's why we have the success. We all have to figure out what's going to work in our own lifestyle. And so definitely just like, apply the mirror to yourself really, and then just make those little decisions as they come along. And really just stay focused in trying to, approve your implementation to meet your goals and your needs. And the process of doing that, and your own like engagement in it, in learning the framework and applying it, I think is a huge part of the success also of what we're seeing, because we each are kind of owning our own thing in that way. So so welcome, Kathleen. So it's Kathleen's day one, you guys, here at Eat Like a Bear. That's awesome. And yes, so Tasha's late and just got on. And did I get my key battery? I have not, Tasha. Nor has Georgia shown up in the semi truck with all the bears. And I'm guessing they're not on the highway yet, but I will. I'm going to be okay. So yeah, it'll be all right. And yeah, Bonnie, with one meal a day is surprisingly liberating. The kitchen is clean for a lot of the day. Yes, exactly. And the money behind it. I mean, it is more economical, but really the time that you have each day really is. I mean, it's just easier to implement from a kitchen management point of view, for sure. So it's kind of surprising once you get into it, but you do have to. I mean, it's a head thing. You gotta dig in and kind of be willing to push through. But it's kind of crazy in the end. I mean, I don't want to oversell all this either, because it's not easy. But it's simple, and it's a lot easier than you know not being able to walk from having too much weight and all the things that come with that. And it is easier than the meal preparation I had before. So I mean, from a meal preparation point of view, you really can't beat what we're doing here. Those really ridiculously simple 3-day challenge meals. Yeah. And Kathleen, no, that's all right. Coffee, okay to have it first thing. I'll tell you what, Kathleen. um, yeah, people have done very well having coffee first thing in the morning. So no, I'm a coffee drinker, like one of those, from my cold dead body kind of people. I'm so glad I haven't had to give up coffee, because I've given up a lot. I mean, I gave up bourbon, gave it up, but not the coffee. God help us should we find out, for some reason we have to stop drinking coffee. Boy, that would be a sad day. Very sad day. Um, Yeah, Carol, with hunger, water, flavored or fizzy. Yeah, in particular, seltzer, because a seltzer is going to expand in your stomach and kind of fill it up a little bit. So it gives you, sometimes when I'm feeling like I've had enough of the meal, but I'm still feeling like a little bit hungry and I'm not quite ready to draw that line, I'll just like hammer it with seltzer and that takes care of it, because I'm like, I'm so full. I really am done. And so if I'm feeling that full, it's just a lot easier to draw the line and walk away. Yep. And Lil's day one. Well, we should have like some kind of, we should have some big clapping, cheering thing for people when they come in here. So we have 2 day one people here. That's awesome. That's really exciting. I'm glad you found us here on YouTube randomly, on a real nonsense day on YouTube, because I put a playlist in the description too that goes through all the episodes that we've done here, because I think it's been 3 weeks now, daily, semi-daily. And so I started telling all kinds of stories, and then it's just really devolved into just nonsense. My big story today was how I painted these spoons, and so and didn't lose. Well, no, I lost one key fob. That's why I'm down to one, and the one needs batteries, and I'm down to one car because my husband and son are in the Philadelphia area. So all the excitement as we lead up to Tuesday and all the uncertainty. So found me on your AD. What's my AD? See, I need to, it's like when people post in the group, they don't know the acronyms. The AD. Okay. Okay. Oh, an ad. Yes. Ads. Well, welcome, Kathleen. So I reeled you in with an ad. I'm so pleased. That's awesome. Kathleen, you're gonna go to this playlist, okay, and go through the stories, and especially as it gets to the story about the video, A Postcard from Yellowstone, and the fact that I found you with an ad, because then you'll laugh. I mean, or cry. Yeah. So that's kind of funny. So yeah, like what AD? Hey Jane. So Jane is in the house. Jane, are you and Kim gonna submit a video for our YouTube special episode Rewind, which is gonna be, we're gonna take a look at all our favorite memories from Eat Like a Bear over these years, and so people are gonna, so you're gonna submit a little video clip that says something like, oh, you could say, I'm the one who called customer service. Because what we're going to do is it'll be like a whole mashup of somebody mentioning the memory and then showing the memory. So, but we're going to have to figure out how to find the memories as something visual or get permission. And so, but I can imagine somebody saying something like, oh, I remember the lady in the sexy video who said thus and such. And then we pull that little clip from the sexy bear video. Yeah. I imagine that sexy bear video might get a mention or two, Jane. So yeah, because that's pretty memorable. Okay. So, but you and Kim, and so you just submit a video thing, what? Like, so you're going to just submit a video where you say, hi, I'm Jane and I'm the sexy bear. Oh, you should, yeah, I double dog dare you, Jane. I'm Jane and I'm the bear who's too sexy. So I think though, on the phone call, I think you used the name Jean. And so this definitely is in the category of trolling since you didn't use your actual name. So yeah. Oh, don't say try, Jane. We're counting on you here. So, okay. Yes, you guys, yeah. Okay. Soda streams are awesome for this way of life. Vicky, yeah, I've had a soda stream for 10 years at least. Like when they were not even known, I got a soda stream. Yeah, I really like the soda stream. So a soda stream, you guys, is just where you use your own tap water in their specialized bottle and you carbonate it yourself. And so it's nice because you get the level of carbonation that you like, because we all have our own preference. And they have, they'll say like, oh, you should do like 3, compressions or whatever of it, push it 3 times. And you try that and like, I want some more bubble. Then the next time, how about 5? So you can kind of do it to suit yourself and whatever uses there are for it. Yeah, so it's a great device. Okay. Well, Lil, you made a Facebook profile so you could join the group. That's awesome. So you're saying because you were not a Facebook person. Well, I'm sorry that you now have to be on Facebook. We're happy that we all found each other on Facebook, but we continue to live in that world of the Facebook glitches. So bear with us. Anyway, one reason I've started doing some stuff on YouTube. I mean, we got to have a place to be if Facebook Armageddon comes. And I don't know. I mean, what are the chances of Facebook Armageddon? Some days I feel like they're very high. Okay. And oh yeah, and so Jackie is talking about coffee in terms of black. And so okay, that's a good point, Jackie. So I am a coffee drinker, but I did give up the cream. And I think a big thing for those of us who put a lot of everything in all of our stuff, including the cream, I mean, you just end up with a lot of calories, a whole lot of calories. I mean, easily, so easily. Yeah. Condolences to Lil on joining Facebook, but I'm glad you found us, and we're just gonna all do this as we survive these days, these end of days at Facebook or whatever. So anyway, no, it's been a great place to. I mean, I don't know what this community would be like if it weren't for Facebook. So I should not sound ungrateful because I'm grateful, but if we get the message every single day that basically that, what if, really what if we woke up and like the group was gone, for some reason, you just don't know. And the problem is Facebook is really too big to get support in any immediate fashion, even for the good that we're doing. And I have decent connections in Facebook, um, far way above average connections, but I know their limits in terms of how they can help us, which just shows me that I mean, Facebook is just way too big for its britches, really. And um, we might think like, oh, well, maybe if we grow to be a size of 1 million, then we can get the help that we might need or whatever. I don't think so. I think it's just really such a big organization. So anyway, we need to be in multiple places minimally. So if we wake up one day and the Facebook group, like, what? Did it disappear? What's going on? Like, oh, maybe we can check on YouTube and see where everybody is. So at least we have that. Okay. Okay. Well, you guys, so I am going to go, and the next step is to, and it's a, gosh, it's kind of a cool day today, so these won't dry quite as fast, but these are soon going to be yellow. And I would make them like bright highlighter pen yellow, if I had that color yellow. But I have yellow that I was about to paint on my wall, so I happen to have it here. Do not need the key fob working to get that yellow paint since it's here. So that's the next step on this. Oh, well, thank you, Jackie. Moving people to YouTube. Yeah, it's they say you can't do it, and so we figure, well, it's not easy to do it, but there's never any can't. I mean, come on. If we're losing weight like this, we can move any bloody place we want. That's how I see it. So anyway, okay. Oh, Bonnie, I love that. Yeah. So Facebook started not recognizing your photos because you lost so much weight. So in my phone, your phone will organize. I can't even remember how to find it, but will tag people like that. It recognizes, it uses some kind of facial recognition. And so my before pictures are grouped differently from my after pictures. So same thing, because basically the phone thinks it's two different people. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, very interesting and cool. And I'm not surprised at all. So that's awesome. Okay. Well, you guys, and oh, and Tasha, yeah, because so Tasha was here yesterday and saw the spoons when they had the sort of well, they had the nice wooden look. 'Cause these are vintage like tiki things, and so now they're the color of the primer of my living room, and then they will soon be the color of the yellow wall that's going in my studio, because I'm actually working on, now that I have good internet, I can go live. Still working on some of those details, but I'm working on a studio too, so I'm in my living room now, but I'll be able to just be in that studio and not bug the family. Hard to bug the family today because half of it is in Pennsylvania, and then 1/4 of it is again sleeping, as he has been a number of times at noon. His schedule is totally off, and I haven't even bothered about it. I'm like, okay, we're almost opposite some days. It's very bad. We'll get, after Tuesday, we'll get, life will get normal. No, you know what? I don't think it's ever going to get normal, because we're going to like do stuff. Okay. There's a whole big plan. So we're going to be busy with our big new plan coming up. Okay. So you guys, I'm going to catch you tomorrow. Any last ditch chances, like put in your comments to test, because you need to get ready. And I should be here Monday, and then you could test again, and I'll have the exact time for Tuesday. But I would look for it. So we're talking about noon, but it might be at 12:30 Pacific. So it kind of depends on something. Who wants normal? Deborah asks. Okay. Well, yeah, a little less crazy maybe, or like, but yeah, we would never want, you're right. Good point. Don't want normal. So, okay. Tasha's asking about, yeah, Alistair's cube. So, oh, and Deborah's requesting 12:30. Yeah, I think, and I actually think it probably will be 12:30. So, but I would say definitely in that time frame. Yeah. So Deborah, because you gotta, I mean, it's going to be great. It is going to be great. So how to get rid of inner thigh fat that is so ugly. So you know what, you're going to lose where you're going to lose. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of shocked at how much cellulite I lost. Now I'm going to claim that my legs look great, but they look a lot better than they did, and they just look completely different. So just keep losing. I would not overthink your fat in any one place because you don't have a lot of control over it. Just lose. Just lose and go live your life and don't worry about your inner thighs or whatever. Come on, you guys. So and they're better deflated than inflated if that inflation is keeping you from, going out and being awesome and living the life that you want to live. But you can always put on like compression pants, like get some hiking pants that are compression, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. You're out living. That's what matters. So yeah, so your thighs will come along probably, and if they don't, so what? Really? I mean, at least that's where I am with it. So what? Like, because you know what? When I was 280, was I really looking at my thighs and obsessing over their looks? No, because I mean, I was avoiding what they looked like. And so why now? How about if I just not worry about it and go out and do what I want to do? So that's what you should do. Just go be awesome. Don't worry about it. Compression pants if they really bother you. Yeah. So, okay. So you guys, Monday for more practice. Tuesday. No, it's going to be great. So, and whatever it is, it will be great, right? And so, oh, you're single and it bothers me, but okay, again, it's perspective, and I mean, I get what you're saying, but you're going to be able to live a better life physically without the weight, and so I would take it one step at a time. And if you're younger, so I don't know if you're, single and older, but if in fact you're younger, because most of us here are older, you're like your skin and all those like fat pockets and stuff are far more likely to come along even better than some of us. So it's all sort of age and genetics dependent. But yeah, you might be really surprised by the amount of fat you end up losing, and especially things like cellulite. Yeah, so go do it so you can report back. We need a report on your inner thigh fat. Okay. We got cut off. That's our sign. That's our sign. And so I'm going to catch you all on Monday, and for sure you're all changing your schedules, or maybe you're making sure you're at the hairdresser so that they can all watch it too. Okay. Maybe you're having a party to invite all your friends to watch it together. Okay. That we hadn't really thought about that, but that, with more planning, wouldn't it be great? And we could like show people at different parties. That would be really great. And though that's such a post-COVID concept. Are we out of COVID? I wonder. We're almost. I mean, we're dabbling in it. But yeah, can you imagine like parties all over that like then got shot into one live video? We're gonna need to do that. Maybe not Tuesday, but we can work our way towards that. That would be so cool. Okay. Yeah, it is a great idea. Or what if, okay, let's brainstorm for just another minute until like if this goes out again. But what if we had meetups and we figure, and like everyone was in, like at different places, like kind of cool places, meeting other people at the same time on, that Saturday in June or, July or whatever. And then we somehow figured out how to like integrate that digitally. That would be really cool. Yeah. I don't know. I think we'd be limited by how many things we could shoot into it. But I like it. I like it a lot. We may need to do something like that. Because maybe it's not all on the same day, but maybe if like our limit is 8, then we just do it more. I don't know. That'd be really cool. Okay, so thanks for the idea, because you know what, that's it. We need to think of some creative things like that and ways to get together and have fun. I mean, that's what we're doing. That's what I hope we're all going to be doing. So we need it. Got to break out of all this. Okay, so yeah, Zoom is an option for, yeah, because I'm so YouTube specific these days. Okay, guys, practice on Monday again, and but we're all really super getting focused on Tuesday, getting the app installed, getting subscribed or everything so we can find the live. And I'm going to go out right now and I'm going to paint these yellow. That's what I'm going to go do right now. So I will see you all later. You won't see the yellow ones until Tuesday because these will be in transit Monday. Okay, catch y'all later. Bye-bye.